Hello everyone, this is No9117 and today I am back. I can bring it up with some more Rule the Waves 2 as the US of A. Um, I did move this over unfortunately, so I do have to move all this back. So I think this goes here-ish. The rules stay there. Maybe go there. And then where's the chat box? Chat box should probably go like there or something. Because I had to move these for the planet coaster thing. That should work well enough, hopefully. Um, shouldn't be too obtrusive. But yeah, haven't streamed in a little while, and I'm like, well, let's get back to this. So we just got done with a war, and I got a ping on Discord somewhere. Why? Oh, we got a second ping for the same stream someone else is doing. Anyway. Yeah, so we just got done with a war. I forget what wound up happening, who we were at war. Was it Japan? Yeah, it was Japan, because we got Formosa out of it, or Formosa. So that gives us more control in Southeast Asia. We did get these places back. One of them got invaded and taken over. We were trying to go for Northern Korea, but we just couldn't do it. And we did get one victory, if I recall correctly, against Japan. Yeah, because they did sink two Kurama class battlecruisers with our ships. So, actually, how did these guys die again? Were they both mined? Yeah, they were both mined. Alright, so in this regard, now we have to move our entire force into location. So I'm gonna halt construction in Alabama for a turn, just to get some money back, because we're gonna get one CA this turn, Florida, and then Ohio and Washington should complete. Well, Ohio should finish her reconstruction in 3 months. Washington should actually finish hers in 4, because she'll probably be upgraded like Florida. Um, One possible way to get ships to the East Coast is to just rebuild them. Um, so I forget which ones. Okay, so the 1921 refit, I think, is improved director, right? Yeah. And 1920 is only director. Okay. So we'll rebuild this with an improved director. Uh, wait, we need that, and we need that. This will still be a colony ship, though. The older USS Connecticut. Okay, so you guys need to just stop moving. And you're on the East Coast there, Colorado. Alright, so the easiest ones to mothball are going to be our old destroyers, because I didn't move any of those. And actually all these guys as well. Problem is getting all these guys out of their respective locations. Actually, you know what? Did the Rowans did get their rebuild to director. See, all those guys are rebuilt. And I think the Hardings, they only have a central rangefinder apparently. Probably a smart idea to get that up to director. I might remove a torpedo tube. And we'll add a few small anti-aircraft guns to them. So rebuild the Hardings. They'll appear on the east coast. So what? Okay. Our old DDs are all mothballed. We can mothball the minesweepers. Although once we get some ships done, I think it'll be a good idea to fix the satios. I want to make sure. Okay, yeah, I turned off training priorities there and such. Okay. So unfortunately, some ships are gonna take a little bit of time to move. I'm gonna leave the Gregories here on the west coast. So you guys move to the North American west coast. Um, okay, how much tonnage do I need on foreign stations? So Northeast Asia, I need 11,000. In Southeast Asia, I also need 11,000. And I need 6,000 in the Central Pacific. North Pacific, we need 4,000. And I think that's it. So 22,000, 32,000. We need 32,000 tons. Basically, because I'm thinking I'm going to scrap the Chicagos and the Minneapolises here. They're just too old. And I'll probably put the Tallahassees in their place. So we do have a calculator. So, okay, so let's see. The Connecticut is 20,400. Uh, okay, 400 plus, let's say, 5700 times 2. Almost there. We need one more Tallahassee, so we'll need basically all these guys. So I'm gonna keep the Chicagos on foreign service for the moment, and then okay, yeah, scrap these guys. So all of these guys are gonna just hold. Well, we're gonna cancel their movement, so we're just gonna mothball them. You are gonna move onto into the Caribbean as well. So you have Huntingtons. Okay, let's rebuild the Cincinnatis though, too, just to get them up to speed. And now we have the Oaklands, which are a lot better, but we'll need to pull the Oaklands and the Raleighs out of Northeast Asia. Honestly, I'm thinking about scrapping Aztec here. There's certainly some thought that the... Yeah, I'm gonna scrap Aztec. That ship's kinda pointless already. You guys should move over to the North American west coast. The plain fields, you guys should move probably back to the North American east coast. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep these guys on the west coast, too. Yeah, keep them on the west coast. And then actually move these guys, instead of to the west coast, over to the east coast. So what? You know what? Yeah. Honestly, I might keep 2 Spokanes on the west coast, and then 2 on the east. So what's probably going to happen is I'm going to keep the Spokanes as is. However, the plain fields here, I'm probably going to rebuild into light aircraft carriers of some description to complement our new Charger class carriers, which we're going to get in a few turns. And we also have some new Reno class CLs under construction, and those should hopefully be pretty good. We will have to definitely rebuild the Raleighs here in which I'll just increase that to that, and then increase their elevation. And that'll be our new set of rallies. Are the Oaklands needing a rebuild now too? Yeah, they are. Improved director and increased elevation. Oh crap, I forgot to put anti-aircraft guns on the other ships. Well, we'll give it some anti-aircraft guns then. You have to remind me in future rebuilds to do that. Alright, so there we go. We have that done. So these two are going to take a little bit to finish. Okay, so the Wyomings for now are going to occupy the Caribbean. I think our West Coast fleet is going to be the Oregons and Kentuckys. And then all of these guys are going to wind up being in the on the East Coast fleet. Now there are other ships I still need to move. I still need to move all these guys. So given that a Stockton is already in the Caribbean, I think the Stocktons will wind up as Caribbean ships. And then the Rowans here are going to wind up as East Coast ships. And we're going to get more destroyers. So that's probably the best I'm going to do this turn with all this. In terms of actually moving stuff around. I think everything in Northeast Asia is being moved out. Oh, Japan's worried about our base expansion. We just fought a war, Japan. You do know that, right? Okay, Florida's commission. That should save us some money. No, I don't want them created automatically. Okay, so we have a new flying boat. Higher max speed than our current ones. Better bomb. Not a better bomb load. But that higher max speed and that better range does kind of help it. This one now has a better bomb load, and we'll accept that too. Aircraft types. Alright, we need a new aircraft. Alright, so we need to actually go through our aircraft types. So, Brewster Widgeon, that's obsolete at this point. We have better float plane scout, so obsolete it. This one carries less bombs, but has a better range. So both these float plane scouts are valid. In terms of flying boats, I think the Buccaneer B is obsolete at this point. I'm gonna keep the Goshawk in service. The other two fighters, I will keep them. So I think our old two fighters, oh my, hold on. Once again, issues with the phone, which threaten to dox me if I don't mute myself and move the phone physically away from the computer. So this fighter can't really do much anymore, although it does have the highest maneuverability out of our fighters. These ones are a little better though, so I think the Lodestar is obsolete at this point. Is the Mars obsolete? I'm gonna say so. The Era Comet and the Catalina B, though, look fairly okay each. All the Era Comet does. The Catalina can hold bombs. but the air comment can't. So I think we need a new floatplane scout. I want reliability and range, probably. Okay, so our tonnage on foreign stations is unfortunately not good at the moment, for whatever reason. So I'm just gonna temporarily move one of you guys to foreign station. Hey, look, you get to go on foreign station as well. I thought having multiple ships in Northeast Asia, yeah, because they're not done yet, or not done. They're not done repairing yet. That's the problem. Um, so next country I want to go to war with is Britain. It'll be difficult, given that they have a lot of battlecruisers, although fairly slow battlecruisers. They do have a good gun armament. But in terms of budget, we have a better naval budget right now, so we really do need to focus on building our CAs, like, honestly, probably the Alabamas. We need a sister to Alabama as well. Fortunately, I think Alabama will like that sister a little too much. Jokes, well, nobody's here, and everybody's probably watching someone play Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, which is kind of the hot game right now. Yep. I don't know if anyone's playing it at the moment. Alright, yeah, 10-inch guns. 24. Yeah, that's 24 guns of all the types. So this has good main armament, and it's just designed to burn down the enemies with the secondary armament. However, I think I'm gonna tone down the amount of secondaries with the future classes and just try to make them a little more simple. Probably increase the turret armor with that, but try to keep the amount of 10-inch guns pretty high. Basically, I think 24 is kind of gonna be where I'm stuck at, without taking major penalties. But yeah. We'll get Ohio back in another 2 turns. North Dakota's still refitting. These guys will be in Northeast Asia here. I'm actually gonna switch these guys off of foreign station just back to mothballed, because, you know, it'll only be a turn before these guys are back. Also the thought where I could just jam like an Oregon foreign station for a turn. I'll do that. So yeah, we'll mothball the Wyomings for the moment. As everything does finally move around into place. A new British fighter is in service, and it's rumored to be faster than our fastest fighter. Alright, so you should move to the North American West Coast. So now if we look at Northeast Asia, it does say we have a lot more there, and that is because our these guys here finished up. So you are going to go back to the active fleet. You're going to move to the North American West Coast again. There we go. And then one of you, Minnesota, is also going to move to the North American West Coast for the moment. We're going to wait for Connecticut to complete and then move her onto foreign service before pulling North Carolina out. Well, Connecticut to finish her rebuild. In the meantime, these guys are all going to be moved to the reserve fleet. And that'll conserve a bit of money. How are our air groups right now? So I can kind of do this. Unfortunately, we are getting an error report with this. Actually, wait, why am I moving them to reserve? Why don't I just do like this? There we go. That will conserve us some more money. And then hopefully in a couple of turns I'll be able to start building the Alabama again. Alright, so we're going to start moving these guys into the reserve fleet. Plane fields are going to be prime carrier rebuild material. The Cincinnatis we do have to move out, and I think it's smart to move them to the North American East Coast. With their improved directors and yeah. Alright, so the Tallahassees are finishing up. The two remaining ones are okay. Cool. I'm gonna build larger docks, but we're kinda getting to the point where those larger docks aren't really mattering real much. Ohio is back in service. That's good. Actually, that's Ohio's proper entry to service right there. Because that ship we had to rebuild twice. Having trouble figuring out the concept of the carrier force, not great. Floatplane Scout as a private venture. We do need a new Floatplane Scout. And, I'd say that one's probably better than the current two we have. Alright, so these guys are all moving back. That one's still in Northeast Asia. We still need to keep it there for the moment, until Connecticut can complete. Let's, resume construction in Alabama. And then we'll order another Alabama here next turn now that everything's commissioning. Should probably look at my submarines. A number of CLs are finishing their reconstruction. 4 destroyers finish it as well. And yeah, Russia, you can buy that. I like you, Russia. Okay, so now all these guys are on the East Coast. That's good. Now we have our new CVLs working up. So now that we do have a plane in active service, we could turn research on, what is it, like this sort of stuff to high, but I think I'll keep it on medium for now. Although I do kind of need to rely on the smaller carriers. Tonnage on foreign sea minus 3. What? How did that decrease? Was it me pulling this ship out? Because these should be about 6,000, right? And let's just for now put that on foreign station. There we go. That fixed it. Okay, so I am going to build a second Alabama. We'll show older designs, so let's go to the Illinois, suggest a name. So the second Alabama will be called USS Illinois then. There we go. That'll be our second USS Illinois. And we still have more money to spend. So right now we're building the Renos. There's a thought where we could... Well, you know what? Stuff's gonna get done here soon. Okay, let's... Okay, one thing I want to do. I'm gonna want a long-range... raiding cruiser here. So in terms of belt, we're gonna go down to 2 inches. Turrets 2 inches. Conning tower 3. It'll be a slower ship. We want this to be probably about this many tons. So no deck armor. That will certainly save us some stuff. Yeah, we know it's a... No. Just a new name. Must have an armored deck. Crap. Okay, fire control not the best available. We do need to improve that. So yeah, the Renos are going to get done. We're going to have to immediately refit them as well. I'm going to stick with 6-inch guns here. We're not going to do an X. No 4-inch guns. I might just get rid of turret armor entirely. and go to a 1-inch belt here. Honestly, I am going to add the X turret back in, but I'm going to get rid of the C. I'm probably going to get rid of the W as well. I'm going to get rid of like the F and K. Could decrease that number. No cross-deck firing. Wow, with all of our improvements, I still can't get this much better. That's probably why. Do we need... Like, I know we can't have an X turret on this, but... Yeah. Let's, open up the Minneapolis design and actually modify it. So, Minneapolis, refit 1910. So, okay, so we were actually building these things at about 4,000 tons. So let's build this 4,000 then. Reliability, we're gonna go oil firing with it. Although coal is cheaper. Yeah, coal's cheaper. I'm gonna get rid of the secondary guns. If we go oil, we get more weight remaining. How much does our cost go up though? With does it go up? Time. Actually, no. Yeah, with oil, our ship's less expensive. So yeah, let's go oil then. I'm guessing that has to do with reliability. So in terms of guns, we're gonna go up to 6 inches here. We can keep the armor the same. Clear them all. Clear those two. We're gonna add some anti-aircraft guns though. So these will be our raiding ships, and then we probably want to go 26 knots with them. So we're gonna do a couple broadside torpedo tubes here. I'm thinking D&E. In terms of armor scheme, we're switching to flat deck on top of belt. Of course, it can't be identified as any legal ship type. We need guns. Decrease that to 0 for the moment. Alright. I might keep the mast the same, although I might go down to like 25 knots. And I'll get rid of those for now. So we'll put an X turret there, and then we'll do an F and a K so that we can get cross-deck fire going. Get an improved director as well. So now we have 5 turrets we can aim to a side. So the idea with this ship is hopefully it can fight away its opponents. Can we do a double? We can't. Not yet. We could do a W. But yeah, the idea here is that it's not going to be the greatest ship at avoiding getting caught, but if it does get caught, then it certainly has an ability to fight back. So if we switch that back to coal, does the cost still go up? No, now it goes down. 15,241. Yeah, oil's cheaper. and then we'll jam the anti-aircraft guns on it. What if we did, we could do a small number of, like, 4-inch casemates. Or probably not. I think leave it as such. So these will be our new raiding cruisers. And certainly better than our old design. Uh, that's the idea. How much is maintenance on these? Does it say? I don't think it says. 20% armament is that TPS weight, accommodation space, incidental costs. Yeah, it's not saying how much maintenance is on this. Alright, so structure 3. Oh my god, look at that. Our deck armor weight is worse than our belt armor weight, despite being half as thick. Deck armor has always felt very, very expensive to me. Alright, so we'll do something like this. We need actually structure 1. We'll do, I don't know. You know what, no, we'll not have it be a flush decker. Oh no, structure 2, we're gonna start here, go back, go out, go back, go in. I'm gonna go back a little bit more. Cool. Alright, structure 4, structure 5. Um, hmm. And then structure 6 is gonna be like this. Not quite like that. There we go. So yeah, we'll start building these little things as raiding cruisers in place of a submarine. So I'm probably gonna scrap this set of coastal subs here, but I'll keep the main subs still in service. Although I don't know, maybe it's not the right idea to build the Denver class. Actually, I think it might be. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. I just spent the money on it, but I'm not gonna do it. Uh, yeah. So let's then open maybe the Alabama design, or do we want more destroyers? How? What can we get for destroyers at the moment? Light forces and torpedo warfare. Oh, superimposed B gun mounts on CLs. That would have been nice to have known about. Yeah, these don't have them. Yeah, let's take a look at the Reno class here. Open the Reno class design. We're going to get rid of the C. We're going to transfer that to a B. Super firing mount. And then give that an improved director. Probably shrink that somewhat too. Insufficient topside space for anti-aircraft guns. Yeah, we'll keep the mass up there, maybe. Or I can remove those. And then just bring the mast down a little bit. There we go. You know what? No. I need the extra mass. It's just a new name. The Des Moines. It's not as much of a let's throw as much shit at the wall as, like, say, an actual Des Moines was, but should be good enough. It's structure 3, structure 6, is it? Yeah. Alright, so structure 3 is actually going to go out to here now. And then I'm going to kind of go back there. Alright, cool. Okay. Yeah, structure 6 is then up here. Yeah. Come on. Do that. And then kind of go back here. There we go. That'll work. And then we can do the Des Moines class, and that'll take a little bit of money in a few months. I think it is also a good idea to open our most recent destroyer design of the Harding class. And this is what we're working on, or this is the design right now. If we... Yeah, we can increase the number of tubes for the Stevens. Yeah. And then get another anti-aircraft gun on it. And then we'll probably have to remove a torpedo later on. So now we have 3 design studies going. Pasadena has finished her reconstruction, and Connecticut's back. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take the offer. And that's a fine name for the ship. So I have to take this. Yeah, go to the build screen for the Destroyer Stevens. And for now, build me 4 of them. So now we also have USS New York building. So we're going to have 3 Alabamas then. Honestly, I might just order a 4th, rather than opening the design and building a whole new one. Alright, so you go on Foreign Station. You go to the active fleet, move back to the North American West Coast, and just hold there for the moment. You guys, go mothball. You go mothball as well. All of you guys for now go into the reserve fleet, given that we'll probably have Alabamas by the time of the next war. You guys, or you 3 all need to go to Foreign Station. You guys can all be scrapped. Okay, so the Huntingtons gotta move out of Northeast Asia. You guys gotta move back to the North American West Coast. I think I'm just gonna put you at. So those guys are mothballed. You move into the Caribbean with the rest of the Tallahassees. So those ships are still moving. These guys here, now they're on the East Coast, they're just gonna be moved to the reserve fleet. These guys are gonna be mothballed for the moment. And I am going to order 1 last Alabama class. We're going to show older designs. It's just a name for the Illinois. Okay, so the Georgia. And that will be the 4th Alabama. Dual purpose mountings. Oh, that'll be good. Not now. And not now. How did that... There's a foreign station requirement I'm not seeing here. Because Northern Pacific is 4,000, Northeast Asia is 11,000, South Pacific is 3,000. That was what I didn't see. Alright, so you go to foreign station as well then. That'll satisfy that requirement. Other than that, we can get some of these guys in the reserve fleet. We gotta wait for him to get back. Now, one other thing I do want to continue building is possibly up in this area, because I know Tsingtao, yeah, good base capacity there. Well, no, if we're gonna go to war with Britain next, where I probably want to focus is down here. Like Bismarck Archipelago and Polynesia. Unfortunately, we lost the Marshall Islands due to a flippin' rebellion. Move these guys into their fleet too. There we go. We're starting to kind of see our money come back here. So how many of these do I have? I have 18, so then the first 9 should be mothballed, so we'll move Kentucky into the mothball fleet. There's some thought, though, that we'll have to rebuild some of them here pretty soon. I might just wait a little bit before rebuilding them, let the technology build up. I'll sell it to Germany, yeah, sure. Above water torpedo tubes in all ships, that'll be good. Aircraft carrying airships will also be good. New floatplane scout types are ready for evaluation. Okay, cool. So our max speed is better. These guys are probably the best two. So I can either get more maneuverability and firepower or a little more toughness. Ooh. It's only a scout. It's only a scout. I might go with the Boeing Hawk. That toughness on a... Because the thing is, if a scout gets engaged, you know, it's... I don't know. This would give it a better chance of fighting the enemy, but this would give it a better chance of the enemy shooting it and it surviving. The scout's probably not going to be able to outfight an enemy, though, so I'll go with the tougher design. And now we get a new floatplane scout, too, which is a little slower, has less range, and doesn't carry the same bomb, and our new flying boat is ready for service. I think it is time for a new torpedo bomber. So in this case, maybe go range and maneuverability. I think maneuverability does contribute to its ability to actually torpedo enemy ships. How is our tonnage on foreign station continuing to drop? Okay. Where do we need tonnage? What is our force requirement right now? So Northeast Asia, it's 11,000, okay? So we have 11,000. In Southeast Asia, it's also 11,000. Plus 11,000. Plus Northern Pacific is 4,000. Plus 6,000. Plus 3,000. Equals 35,000. And that is correct. In terms of ships on foreign station, right now, so okay, so we take this, we minus 2,400. And then now we subtract 5,700 times 4, and that gives us negative 8,200. Why are we over tonnage? I don't know. We should have a fine amount of tonnage on foreign station. I don't know why these ships are staying in the Caribbean, though. That doesn't make sense. Now, if I activate all these guys, I just want to see how much tonnage is it saying we need. So it's saying we need 35,000. So if you go to foreign station, okay, game. Why is the ship not contributing its full tonnage? I don't know what's going on there, but something weird is going on there. So we're gonna move another Tallahassee over to that, I guess. Uh, yeah, you can buy that. Convoy system, our new float plane scouts ready for service. We did get that new CL design going. Des Moines. I'm gonna order myself 2 of them. As our Renos complete. Although our Renos are probably gonna have to go into a quick refit. Milwaukee and Reno are commissioned. We can go with either option. Mildly pissed about our last war with Japan, but I can do that. Magazine box protection scheme. I don't know if that's as useful as I would think it is, or as it was historically for armored cruisers. There's not really a major incentive for me to use it because I do need as much armor on these things as possible. I mean, I'm simultaneously building 4 Alabama class cruisers. However, you know, those Renos certainly did cost. Well, I did get more budget. So there is another thought, and that is we take the Charger design and build a better version of it. So we probably don't need that much belt armor. I'm gonna do that. Does this work fine? Does not develop dual purpose mountings. What? We have. Do we only have dual purpose singles? Yeah. So we can't build any proper CVs yet, unfortunately. But I could make this a little smaller here. I'm gonna get rid of the cross-deck fire and then add a second set of guns. So we'll do F, or DF, and then J and S. And then we can reduce that by a number. There. Alright, cool. And then that'll be a new carrier class. Although we're probably only going to start with 1 of them given our current budgetary situation. You're still a potential target, Japan. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not selling you shit. Alright, so we get a new version of our old fighter. Yeah, okay, still working on a torpedo bomber right now. Montpelier is commissioned. Go to build screen. Just build me 1. So the other thought is we start getting stuff ready to send in. So I think I'm going to start here with the North Carolinas. Get them to an improved director. I also thought you could clear out these and then add in like a swivel mount along there. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. We'll get rid of a casemate gun and carry some additional torpedoes around. Alright, so we'll send those two for the moment. I will actually probably build a second Nassau here, because I do think I have the money for it, because that was happening. St. Louis got commissioned. For pressure hull. Ah, that's lame. That was one of the reasons I remember accepting it. Either way, I think these are obsolete now. Yeah, now it's only a 130-pound bomb. Not much of a range advantage over the Vindicator. Not much, or no speed advantage. Tiny range advantage. No bomb advantage. Yeah, decent toughness, but other than that, I think that the Grumman Vindicators just wound up being a better plane. So, sorry, Boeing Hawk. You're now obsoleted immediately. Yes, we should extend it. So we can sell that to Germany. I will do that. No, I don't want them created automatically. New torpedo bomber prototypes are ready for evaluation. That is good. So our bomb load's gone up compared to our previous one. It's still, heavy torpedo carrying, so range heavy is what matters here. So these ones have more speed, less range. This one has the highest maneuverability, good firepower, lower toughness. I think I'll go with the Douglas Duck. Douglas Duck is going to be our torpedo bomber for now. And then we probably need a fighter. So what do we want? Probably maneuverability and firepower. Let's go for that. So we got got some new docks building. There are two. Let's actually send our Renos in for a improved director refit. Just so that those are up to our modern standard. New docks completed, that's good. Colonial crisis with Italy has arisen. I have to take the high prestige option. I felt like that wasn't gonna go very far. Like, Italy has nothing I want. Well, you know what? It would be interesting to take some of the Med. Especially since Russia has Cyprus. It would be difficult. We'd have to probably rotate ships in and out of Northern Europe into the Med. Possible, maybe. But in that terms, it would be, just try to beat them. And then, if we do, take colonies in the Med. Like Rhodes. Rhodes would probably be the best choice. Yeah, I would want to get Rhodes if possible. Sicily would be hard to take. That could give us a nice Mediterranean colony, but that could also be a little concerning. Alright, we're going to mothball them. We're going to mothball probably the some of the Cincinnatis, the top two Cincinnatis as well. That'll save us a little bit more money. So we're going to get our two North Carolinas back in service here. Do it. Oh, I lost prestige for that. And now everyone's pissed. Then we get a new version of our flying boat. That's lame, because it's like, well, those used to be my territory. Let's go try to take them back. And then immediately proceed to fail to take them back. Give me my Marshall Islands back. That was my territory. Mine. I think that was originally like Germany's or something, but I got it. I deserve it. I'm gonna just decline spying on Italy. There's like no point to going to war with Italy. What is Italy going to do? I want to go to war with Japan or Britain or something. Maybe France. France is probably a target too, given that our invasion range should be. No, what? No, they're not a target yet. Britain is kind of the next one because we can invade Hong Kong. I think Papua is in range. Solomons are probably pretty close. We also do want to get Nisu or Nassau from them. It's literally building a carrier named after the place. Uh, yeah, our Renos are going to complete soon, so I'm thinking we send the Oregons in for a rebuild now too, to improve director firing. Give us clear those torpedo tubes. The Oregons are gonna wind up having I think G and H is it? No, H and I. H and I torpedo tube mounts there. And then lose, 2 AA guns for it. So I think right now only the Michigans and Nebraskas don't have the improved director. Because now the North Carolinas do, the Kentuckys will soon. The Wyomings went for it at like the start of the war. The Indianas now do, and the Floridas do as well. But really, yeah, it's gonna be the Floridas I'm counting on to actually win stuff, and the Alabamas, because that'll give me 6 of these 24 10-inch gunships, along with 6 of the 18 10-inch gunships. And then on top of that, we have the 8 with the 10-gun broadside. Oh wait, no, that's it would be 8 with the 10-gun broadside, because 2 of them are under reconstruction. Then the Kentuckys are kind of in the middle. And then we'll get the Renos back this turn. And we get more of that. So we need to make the the Asian national hero, because I have to accept every prestige option. Prestige gaining option. 40mm automatic cannons enables medium anti-aircraft weapons. That'll be good. So we're gonna have to kind of just gradually build that in. So now that our Renos are back, let's kind of move them to the reserve fleet. I mean, it's Italy. It's Italy which is threatening us. What the hell are they gonna do? All right. Let's go into the Des Moines class, well, let's look at our research. That really hasn't improved very much, has it now? Yeah, we don't have double turrets on CLs yet, so I guess really the Des Moines design isn't obsolete. Alright, so open the Des Moines. It's like not obsolete in the slightest. Let's just build another 2 of them. So is the Stevens obsolete yet? I think is going to be another question. No. No, it's not. Let's just build more Stevens as well. And then that'll eat up our remaining budget. Okay, so 1% saving on hull. Torpedoes do more damage. A new French fighter is entering service. We have a fighter in progress, though. We can get some of our Stevens here done soon. I'm gonna spend the money we currently have on upgrading the Michigans here. Okay, so if we turn our tertiary guns into singles, we can do dual purpose, right? Insufficient. Yeah, we'd have to tone this down. We'd have to clear these mounts, upgrade to improve director firing. Um, just reduce this. Well, we'll reduce that number down to 0 and then put in these guys here. So this is a little, well, it's okay. It's not that expensive of a refit, to be honest. It's 4 months. And, I mean, we can afford this. The ship design can't afford this. Now that we're going to have dual purpose secondaries, that thing's going to be able to shoot down a lot of incoming fire. Or a lot of, not incoming fire, incoming aircraft. So that's going to be a little bit harder of a ship to kill in that regard. 4 destroyers a commission. Uh, Prestige and tension minus. We have to take it. And now we get quadruple turrets. Good job, game. We just got quadruple turrets. Like we haven't already, like we don't already have ships in service which are using quadruple turrets. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so now we get a new floatplane scout. New version of the. Oh, okay, so this was the bad one. What did they do? I think they improved the toughness by 1. No, that's not good enough. Britain is putting double gun mounts on CLs. Is it now? Is that what is that what they are doing? Don't have it yet on that one. That might be what they're doing. And if that's the case, then our Des Moines class cruisers are like going to be obsolete upon commission. But yeah, we're gonna have the Oregons return to service here. Russian. Yeah, you can buy that. You're friends. No, I don't want my air units created automatically. New fighter prototypes are ready for evaluation. Cool. Alright, so these don't have any bomb loads, unfortunately. Max speed's higher than it was before. This one is the best down here. And then the Wildcat's kind of middle, and the Electra's the worst. Maneuverability is highest for the Wildcat, but only slightly. But it has the worst range and kind of a middle speed. I think the Dauntless, the Brewster Dauntless, is the best balance. And the Douglas Duck is now also ready for service. So our old fighters are now obsolete. Our old torpedo bomber is now also obsolete. And I'll keep the Hawk B in service for the moment. So now our oldest thing's probably, I mean, we have a 1923 flying boat, but I think I'll get a new one. So range and reliability, probably. Yeah. There's another thought here soon, now that we can, mothball these guys again. Oh, the Kentuckys do have to, or no, the Nebraskas have to go in for a refit. It was a thought I was having. And that's that we start building more air bases. So, we're threatened by Italy right now. We also kind of threatened by, Britain. I want to face Britain. So, here, let's build an air base in there. And then an air base over in Kavieng as well. One interesting idea is a motorboat torpedo squadron. there too, to dissuade British invasions of the region. Now, Britain could probably also invade here at Formosa. So we want an airbase on Formosa, probably at Takao. I think a 6-inch gun battery there too, and then maybe an MTB squadron. We'll build 2. And then the Philippines, let's build a couple of MTB squadrons. Uh, let's build that in Grand. Well, I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to launch an invasion here from Nassau with that low of a port capacity. So maybe let's not build this. Because in terms of areas where I actually do feel threatened, it's probably Formosa and Bismarck Archipelago. So our goal with these 2 places is going to be to launch invasions against the British in the event of that war starting. So we'll start improving base on Polynesia. The Philippines, we already have good bases on. I'll improve them further, though. Probably worthwhile to improve them on Formosa as well, just so we can get more ships in that region. I don't think we're going to be able to invade like British Columbia or something. And they're not going to be able to invade like the Western USA. However, I have a fun thought. Let's build an airbase, first of all, in Seattle. And then let's build a couple. Let's build maybe 3 motorboat torpedo squadrons and just see where they appear. Because if we can get one in like each place, then suddenly, you know, if we get motorboat torpedo squadrons in Seattle, then that might, or that would probably be able to largely cut off Vancouver and Esquimalt. And can we actually improve these? Oh. Can we? Yeah, we can. So let's just expand our current air bases. So we do have some airship bases still, and I think I will leave those intact for the moment. So now we have a new fighter. We don't have any in service. We are developing the one. Is this max speed? It's close. The range is, I think, lower. Maneuverability is probably about the same. Firepower is a little less. I don't think we want it. Alright, so the Michigans are going to finish their rebuild here. There we go. Now we're starting to finish our air bases. They finished their reconstruction. So this is the heavy cruiser Japan is building. We can murder this. This would not be able to survive our CAs. It's as fast as the Michigans. It's as fast as our current generation of CAs, not the one we're building, not the Alabamas. Yeah. Yeah, this would get murdered. I mean, to be fair, it is like a fourth the tonnage. In that regard, 4 of these things would be about equal to one of ours in terms of tonnage. And 4 of these things in terms of main armament would be equal to ours. They'd have more secondary armament, but less armor and less speed. So I think we have a significant advantage there. How many of them are they building? They're only building 2. So their BCs right now are these pieces of crap as well. They are building BBs though. Some half decent ones. What are Britain's BCs looking like? We're still looking at the 9 16-inch guns, 11-inch belt ones, which are definitely scary. And, 10 16-inch, 11 belt. Kind of slow BCs, but still scary. Even though our ships weigh, more than these things and are quite scary themselves, their small guns do kind of limit stuff. So anything I want to go low on in terms of this sort of stuff. So I think right now I need to keep ship construction up at a medium. Turrets and gun mountings, I'll keep that at medium. All construction, yeah, that's fine. Now, originally I was keeping armor development on low. I think I am going to increase that back up to medium, though. Because I was thinking, oh, armor development, not as important. But the way armor works in this game is different than the way armor worked in Rule of Waves 1. Rule of Waves 1, you got decreases in the strength, or decreases in the weight of armor. In this game, it's not as much decreases in the weight of armor. It's more increases in armor quality, so I will probably want to bring armor development to medium, possibly even high. Well, I'll leave it at medium. But if we get higher quality armor, then that is gonna better benefit our ships, and we're probably suffering from fairly poor armor at this point. So our monthly balance right now is good, and I'm fine with that. We can move the Michigans here back to the reserve fleet, and I think it is time that we rebuild the Nebraskas as well. This is kind of our last armored cruiser we actually do have to rebuild. So we're going to switch these guys to 1 turrets. We're going to put dual purpose on them. We're going to discard all the guns. We're going to clear these. And we're going to add 2 torpedo mounts. Not F and G. I want H and I, actually, probably. I want to put them, like, here. But I don't think I can, so I'll just do this. And then we'll get as many medium AA guns as we can. There you go, that'll work. And then that should be a fairly good heavy cruiser design. It'll cost a bit to get them rebuilt, but we can afford it. There we go, we're getting some air bases finished. Give it maximum publicity. And now we can finally get better destroyers. So we skipped the 1,500-ton destroyer and went straight to the 2,000-tonner. Alright, so coastal fortifications, some of those are still building. I think the motorboat torpedo squadrons are, but now we actually do have some air bases done, but we are going to expand them. Because I think that's a good idea. Just get those up to a higher amount. And then get our motorboat torpedo squadrons active as well. Alright, so what if we, okay, so I'm not going to order a new CA design yet. Although, you know what? I'm maintaining an okay pace right now with the construction. So I'm going to open up the Stevens destroyer design here. Open design. So now we can go to this. It's all okay, apparently. Alright, so let's get our that to a quad torpedo. We can go 32 knots now, I think. That's safe. I'm going to add in an X turret. So we're getting a minus 20. Yeah, that's fine. That's still fine. Decrease those. Increase this. Like so. I could also go to 4-inch guns and do dual purpose. I might do that. Oh, we can't. So let's go back up to 5-inch guns. Keep the director. Maybe we go 33 knots instead, or 34. I don't know. It does finally feel like, though, we're not gonna have we're not gonna be stuck with crap destroyers for once. So this is gonna have. I also thought I could get rid of the superimpose. You know what? Can we add another like? Can we add a V? Maybe not a V. Maybe a Q. Okay, too many. So we can't do this. Um, so what I think I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of that X superimposed gun, and then maybe increase the speed to 34 knots. Can't put mines on it yet. Can't put. I can do increased depth charge storage. I think I'll do that. So in terms of funnels, I guess I'll have to do something kind of like that. I can't really stick a funnel there or another funnel there. Although actually, you know, if we get a, if we get a V torpedo mount, okay, so that V torpedo mount goes there. That's not gonna work aesthetically. So yeah, we'll just have the kind of double funnel up here then, with all the torpedo tubes behind it. And then the structure 1, I assume, can just kind of be like maybe this. You know, have a somewhat raised bow, and then kind of go back like so. Structure 2, we are. I'm gonna adjust that a little bit. Move that there. We can do something like that for structure 2. Structure 3 then can be this. I don't know, maybe structure 4 we put just a little something up on top here. Oh, that is starting to look maybe a little too complicated. Structure 4 is just going to be a platform back here then. Probably like an AA platform or something. And then structure 5 is just going to kind of sit on top of it. No, maybe we'll do like structure 5 here. And then you know what? Structure 6, yeah, I will put it back here. There we go, that is our new destroyer class, the Mugford. So it's kind of like a Stevens, but with more torpedoes. But larger and with more torpedoes and faster. And those will be good torpedo boat destroyers. So, what do I want to build? Probably want to get the Mugfords done and start building them. Yeah, you can buy that. Carriers will operate in a separate force. Brewster Dauntless is delayed, and we'll start building some Mugfords here. There we go. I can get some submarines built too. We're kind of hitting that point where the U.S. is starting to become really OP. So I'll wait another turn for Alabama to go down to 4 months, and then we're gonna probably think about what our next armored cruiser is gonna be. Yeah, you can buy that, Russia. Have to take the tension. Alright. So, open up the Alabama. So unfortunately, this design is not gonna be great. Okay, so we do flat deck on top of belt. We could do slope deck. So slope deck's what I've been using. It probably I may go flat deck on top of belt though now. So in terms of this, these guns are gonna be one, and they're gonna be dual purpose. Uh, what if we switch those to two? Do we really want to armor the main turrets? So we'll go 16 of these guys and then 24 of the smaller dual-purpose weapons. I'm going to go with a 3-inch deck. And increased turret protection. I'm going to clear those, and we're going to add in 2 on the H and I mounts like so. I'm going to get rid of structure 1 for the moment. And structure 1's just going to kind of probably be like this now. Can we get like a... Can we get this? Because technically we can. I suppose that works. You know, we get a couple catapults. I guess that's kind of like putting the catapults here-ish or something. I might actually change the style a little bit. And then we can do like an air capacity of 4. And then, yeah, we can do something like this. I think this is an acceptable ship design here. And then something like that, and then I'll kind of go in for there. And then we can do this. And then we'll name it... How about the Idaho? Yeah, we'll name it the Idaho class then. Yeah. So that'll take 3 months to design. So we'll be able to start building those once the Alabamas start being produced. There we go. Our motorboat torpedo squadrons and our coastal batteries are done. Nebraska has finished her reconstruction and better invasion capability. We don't need 16-inch guns. Alright, so now tensions with Britain are increasing. So now the first question is Britain going to try to blockade the North American East Coast or not? Because they could try it, but it's not going to work out well for them. Or are they going to try to move ships into the Caribbean, and we'll try to take out Nassau quickly if we go to war. Alright, I'm going to move that back to the reserve fleet. Hi, Bosian, or Bokian, or however you pronounce it. Yeah, I'm playing some Rule Waves 2 today. You know, CA max design. Basically, I can't build battleships or battlecruisers, and I'm very limited in what I can do with aircraft carriers. One thing I should probably do right now, while I have money, is actually open these guys. Well, not these guys. Open the plain fields for rebuild. Yeah. Oh yeah, you've been here. Sometimes I forget. I do this very rarely. Yeah. Um, not very rarely. I do this every less than a week at this, less than once a week at this point. So I forget. Unfortunately, need to remember better. So sorry about that. All right. So let's get rid of all the structure here, since these are going to become carriers now. So we're going to put a flight deck on them. I hate you now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Cannot have both a seaplane hangar and a flight deck. No seaplane hangar then. You so deserve to hate me now. Alright. Building Nate. Oh, sorry. But, yeah. Voice crack. I know. We have not developed flight deck catapults. Apparently. That's lame. Alright, so in terms of our seaplane carrier, we probably want 4-inch guns, increased elevation. We'll do something like that. F, G, and J and K. With a little amount of armor. So we can get a couple. I think we're going to be stuck with 24 planes, to be honest. So I'll probably increase their armor up again. And then in terms of medium anti-aircraft guns, let's start out with 20. 20 was remarkably close to what we could actually do. There you go. So now originally on the seaplane carriers, actually that smokestack was kind of far forward, so these are probably going to be diverted to the side, or out the side here, I would think. So then we'll do structure 1, asymmetric superstructure, let's start with. So then, oh, no, let's do that again. So in this regard, it's probably going to be something kind of like this for the funnel. And then if we go back, you know what, that one will be actually diverted through a... You know, I'm just not going to bother refitting these things. I'm just going to leave them as is. You know what? No, I probably still should. Alright, so... no seaplane carrier, get a flight deck. Clear the... well, you know... yeah, clear the turrets. Get me an FG... and then J and K, single, 4-inch, increased elevation, dual purpose, improved director. Yeah, change type to a seaplane carrier, or not a CVL, or not a seaplane carrier, CVL. Alright, so we'll just say that the funnels are chunked like here or something. Does prestige do anything? No, it's kind of like the scoring system for the game. But I have to play for it here, so I have, or I'm actually making myself have to. Alright, so we'll do asymmetric funnels. So I'm going to get rid of F and G at the moment. F and G are going to become D and E. Yeah, so then this funnel will kind of be more up here. This one will now also be an oval behind it. This is kind of where the machinery is, or not the machinery, the smoke's being redirected to on this particular light carrier. So these will kind of be our, or my crappier light carriers. But they're not too horrible in terms of what they can actually carry. Alright, so structure 3 will be our flight deck. So we'll just kind of go back here, probably. think you can hear the phone going off in the far background. It's not doing it anymore. I think that's far enough away that you're not going to hear it. If you do hear it, I do actually get worried, though, because there's a chance I will dox myself with that damn thing, because it's like, oh, let's just announce the name of the caller. It was totally a smart decision to get that phone. Alright. Structure 1, not a line anymore. So we do kind of need something probably like this. Then probably kind of around here. And then go back here. Don't go out again. Alright, so we'll do that. And then we'll kind of bring it back maybe here-ish. That'll work. And then structure 2 can be this. There we go. Go back to asymmetric superstructure, and then for 4, we're just gonna kind of go around like here. Oh no, that's a little too far forward. 4 will start here. Maybe move back there. Stay along those, and then we're just gonna kind of do this. Just gonna kind of stay up till there, and then just kind of close in there. Little wonky. And then structure 5 will be our structure on top of 4. I still really don't know how to do like carrier superstructures that well. It is a very tricky shape to get right. And then we'll fix that hideousness with this. Yeah, that doesn't look good. This looks bad. The rest of this looks fine. Oh, right, I forgot I was supposed to do, like, deck markings or such. Let's just use structure 6 for that. So then we'll get rid of structure 6. You're no longer asymmetric. We'll kind of go back down to here, probably. Put an elevator. And then, oh, come on. You can do it, game. There we go. And then we'll put in our second elevator here. Alright, so then we'll go back to here. We'll go back not quite that far, and then we'll do this. And then structure 5 I'm just going to mess with again. So what I'm going to do with structure 5 is probably more like this. Bit better, not the best. No, I don't want to go to rebuild dialogue yet, because I forgot these guns. Can I get an extra plane? No, I can't. Yeah. So rebuild the plane fields to that design. That is a really cheap rebuild of these into light carriers. So, you know, that'll give me 2 more light carriers alongside the nacelles, and then, you know, we got the Des Moines coming up too. Actually, the Des Moines probably should use a replacement. I might wait until the first Des Moines finishes, and then, yeah. Alright, let's go to the next turn. Yeah, Alabama complete with the best fire control. Yeah, you can buy that, Germany. More efficient hull form, that's good. Alright, so now we get our new flying boat types. We get 4 choices. Alright, so range on this one is the only one which has a better range than this. It has better speed. Bomb load on all these guys is... Okay, one of them is short. I don't know why I'd ever take the Boeing Bearcat. This one's toughness is low. Little low, but I think its range is the best. So we'll take it then. Okay, come on. We're gonna start building the Idaho with the money we have right now. And then I'm gonna wait for the Des Moines to finish first. Yeah, you can buy that, Japan. Why did I sell that to Japan? They might be an enemy. Well, you know, they're poor. Like, I wouldn't be able to beat them anyway. Alright, so there we go. Now we're building the, Idaho-class cruiser. Which is, it doesn't have as many secondary guns as an Alabama does. But hopefully it should be better. And I'm thinking relying more on the 10-inch guns is going to be better going into the future than trying to just get a whole bunch of, like, little 6-inch guns and such. Alright. Yeah, then we have the Des Moines, which is going to complete. So what I... Okay, Des Moines are passing their, speed. Alright, so we can either use it to embarrass France or hush it up. I don't want to go to war with France right now, so let's hush it up. Now, what that means is, rather than build a successor to the cruiser, we're just going to build more. Like, if we open the design. Let's open the design. Yeah. This thing's getting more out of its value now. And I don't think we really have a better cruiser design, so I'm just going to build more of them. Because they'll all get that 30-knot speed boost. And our last Stevens class is coming off the docks. And yeah, now we have our Hardings in service and our Stevens as well. So that's going to give us all of these destroyers for the next war. That'll give us 39, I think. There's certainly some thought right now about rebuilding, like, some of these guys so they're no longer old. Probably as, yeah, submarine, or anti-submarine warfare destroyers. So I might do that initially here to the Aliwins. So I'll get rid of probably the 2, like, F and G torpedo launchers here. I'll go dual purpose mounts. Can we do that? Oh, we can't, no. But we can get the fire control of these up too. Probably only to central firing. Or we could try for director. And get rid of another torpedo tube. Because now these will be sub-hunting boats. So we'll just rebuild the 12 of them for the moment. Baltimore is commissioned. Alabama is now commissioned. We have to write them a blank check. Which is really gonna piss off Italy. Honestly, I'm probably gonna call the stream to a close about now. Now that, especially now that Alabama is in service. I don't know. Not feeling it as much today. And honestly, Italy... A war with them's just gonna be really boring. Let's be real. Like, what is a war with Italy gonna bring? What's gonna happen in a war with Italy? Nothing's gonna happen. Because there's one territory in the Mediterranean we can base out of, and it's Russian. And there's really nowhere else we can do anything. We can't invade Italian territories in the Med. Yeah. I'm hoping for a war with Britain, not a war with Italy. So I'm going to increase spying on Britain to medium. And I think I will call it here. So yeah, next time we'll get into whatever war we're going to get into. Hopefully with our new destroyers and our Des Moines class cruisers. And, as we start completing these Alabamas. So I have been Noni117, and I will see you guys next time then.